Yesterday, Ahmed Ghailani was convicted by a New York City jury of conspiracy to blow up government buildings in the al-Qaeda attacks on 2 of our embassies in 1998. He will get 20 years to life. He was tried in New York City, and guess what disastrous thing happened during the trial? Nothing. Remember when the Republicans were demagoguing that if we tried any of the Guantanamo detainees here in New York, there would be mayhem and possibly more terrorist attacks and huge security costs? Well, none of that happened. None. They tried him and convicted him like we've done with any criminal for over 200 years. Our justice system worked, and we didn't have to change it because some people in this country are scared of terrorists. Those people have a name, by the way. They're called Republican politicians. So what was the lesson on the rest of the media learned from all of this? That it will be harder for Obama to close Guantanamo Bay now. What? Why? Because they say Ghailani was acquitted of the other charges against him. Here's my response. So what? Our system doesn't presume that someone is guilty before the trial. That's why it's the best in the world. Some conservatives say that al-Qaeda just cuts people's heads off without a trial. That's right. That's why we're better than them. We just gave this guy, who we believed helped to kill 224 people, a fair trial. That doesn't speak poorly of us. That says something great about us. Unfortunately, though, Washington conventional wisdom seems to be that we can't afford to give anyone else from Gitmo a fair trial like this one because they might be acquitted. The Republicans make it seem like the mere act of trying them here means that they'll be released here and that they'll be joining your family barbecue at some point. That's, of course, totally not true. Even if some of them were acquitted, they'll be released to their home country, not here. And did it occur to anyone that maybe some people at Gitmo aren't actually guilty? I know in Washington that's sacrilege. We must assume everyone we have ever detained for any reason is 100% guilty, because while you weren't looking, we renamed the country Saudi Arabia. One final note here. Look, you know we tried the Nazis? It was called Nuremberg, you remember. And did you know some of them were acquitted? Now think about that. We were willing to give the Nazis fair trials, and the world loved and respected us for it. They wanted to be as fair and as decent as us. We did that in the face of great evil, because that is how mighty and strong we were. Are we that strong now? Are we that just now? Well, we're going to find out soon enough when President Obama decides whether he's going to close Guantanamo Bay and bring those trials here. The crimes were committed in New York. They should be tried in New York. We've got to believe in our system. It is the best justice system in the world, and I will defend it as long as I'm here. And I hope you'll join me on that. All right, that's our show for this Thursday. I'm Cenk Uygur. Of course, you can always find me on the Young Turks, but you can also find me at 3 o'clock for the rest of November here at MSNBC, of course. Dylan Ratigan's show is fantastic. They've got a lot of great topics coming up, and you know how Dylan brings it. He brings the heat. You don't want to miss that. Where are you going? Don't be crazy. Stay right here. The Dylan Ratigan show is up next.